happy Thriving Thursday. Happy Thriving Thursday. I like to say thanks in advance for the ones who are going to watch. No matter where you are, where you're from, thank you in advance that this is the morning time for you. Great morning. If you're going to watch this in the evening, afternoon, great evening. Y'all, I got a word. But I'm going to come from a spiritual standpoint. This is a spiritual standpoint based off the Bible and stuff that, and the signs and things that we see that's going on in the world. You know, like the different, you know, how things are, and like how the world is evil. The things are changing. Stuff that's going on that against God's will, that He purposed in the beginning, y'all. You know, things is more deceptive, and that's why you seeing things, weird things happening. You know, so far as the climate is not the same anymore. That is getting different. Different things. You see, you know, the food and stuff like that. All these hormones and different things. It's not normal. You know, and a lot of little signs, things that wasn't so years ago. You know what I'm saying? It's different now. You know, people, like I was saying earlier in the video, people are not as empathetic and show love as they used to. Families turn against families, close families, blood, you know, turn against blood. Mothers turn against sons. Fathers turn against daughters, and vice versa. You know, those, like the Bible is really unfolding itself. And I think that's what's going on, y'all. So, you know, coming, like, personally, you know what I'm saying, when I and I still do have struggles and certain things that I'm praying and asking God to release and deliver. You know, certain things as it pertains, like some things as it pertains to my finances, as it pertains to things that was holding me down. So, you know what I'm saying, and I used to, a moment of transparency, when I didn't have like money for a bill, I used to be the one that used to ask God, like, God, please give me just enough money to pay this bill. You know what I'm saying? My faith wasn't to where it was, Lord, give me the money to pay this bill and more. You know what I'm saying? Like, my faith was like, I was like in crisis mode thinking, Lord, just give me enough money to pay this bill. Lord, help me get through this. Lord, I was like scared and crisis mode, and that the season I was in. So I just prayed for just enough. I prayed for just to get me through that situation. But the more, you know what I'm saying, I read the Bible, grow in faith, God wants to meet my needs and more, not just a need. You know what I'm saying? God don't want me to always be in need basis and crisis mode all the time. If you are experiencing those things in your life, you in need basis and crisis mode all the time, that's like a curse. There really is. If it's your health, it's your finances, what it's your mind, it's a curse. You're not supposed to always be in need, the same thing going on year after year in need basis. You're supposed to graduate from that. You're supposed to elevate from that. That goes back to the children, the children that God, that they was in the wilderness for that all those many years, and it's supposed to be like a couple of day trip, but they made it out to be longer because of their rebellion, because they didn't believe their unbelief and complaining. You know, murmuring and complaining. They didn't believe that God had them, and they didn't get to see the promised land. And you can equate that with some of the things that's going on in your life. If it always a struggle in certain areas, you know where it is in your life that you are just struggling. You didn't get that breakthrough yet. It is year after year. It always something. And that's a curse attached to whatever that is in your life. And that's something you are going to have to, you know, talk to God about. You might have to go back and think. You might have to go back and repent on some things. You might have to go back and close some doors. You might have to, you know, there's some things you might have to, it might be some places, some organizations, some things that you've been a part of that had these different spirits attached to it, that's keeping you from getting your blessings. Because like a lot of these things and places, like going to like witch doctors, organizations, different stuff that have like curses and stuff attached to it. That's why, you know, different artifacts, things that you have in your home, you know, like everybody say, some people, not everybody, but some people, they so-called do different stuff like to cleanse their home, to cleanse themselves. That's not biblical, you know. And then what it is, those spirits that attach to that stuff is attached to your life now, and you're wondering why certain things are happening, why you can't shake certain stuff, why these curses are attached to you, because they have legal right over you now, because whatever altar or seance or whatever it is, that curse demon or whatever that was a part of that ritual, now it's a part of you that you partake in. So we just got to be careful about the places we go, the things we do, you know. Like I was saying before, traditions, you know what I'm saying, like you heard your great grandparents did certain things, and now you're subscribing to those stuff. That stuff is in your bloodline, in your family, and that stuff is causing disarray, you know what I'm saying, in your life, in your home. You wondering why, you know what I'm saying, why I'm being held back, why I'm not receiving what I need to receive, why my finances not the way they need to be, why I'm not, you know, going to different levels that I truly and really deserve, levels and things that God promised me to go on, why I'm not achieving and receiving these things. It's because something is arresting your breakthrough and your blessings. So that's why, you know, things going on, you know, that you can't explain that's going on. So you know, I've been reading and praying on some stuff, and you know, and God been showing me a lot of these things that's going on. You know, why some of us are not receiving our breakthroughs, our blessings, why we're not getting ahead. You know, God has showed me a lot of these things, and I'm really, you know, and I'm really taking it into consideration. You know, a lot of us, we don't have the faith. We're not seeking high enough. You know what I'm saying? Like like how I told you how I used to pray just for enough. You know what I'm saying? Like we don't have the boldness to come to God and ask God to really rebuke that, whatever that is that got us, that got us held back, that got that yoke around our neck. You know what I'm saying? So it's like our faith is not big enough, or we don't have the faith and belief to pray for more. So you just praying for bare minimum. And it just time out for that. You just praying for bare minimum, barely, you know what I'm saying, just having enough. You know, that's a mindset type thing. Why can't you pray for more? Because the more you have, if you know what I'm saying, the more you can help others, the more you can put others out of their situation. You know, so that was one of the things that I had to grow into. You know what I'm saying? Praying for more, believing for more. And I think now, y'all, it's our season. It's our season to pray, you know what I'm saying, and to get and ask God to give you things that's missing, lacking, and broken in your life, to ask God for restoration. You know, and that's where we at, y'all, because as long as, you know, the enemy got you arrested, got your mind arrested, and you're just you got curses just operating in your life. The enemy got legal right over your life. You're not going to be able to get to the next level. It's some things that has to be broken off to get to your next level. It could be a mindset thing, thinking you're not worthy enough, thinking that, okay, I can't receive that. That's bigger than me, or I'm not worthy enough to have this. I'm not pretty enough to do this. That you feel that you're not enough. That could be a spirit and a mindset too, that you have to change. That could be some people's problem. You know, some people's problem is that they're around the wrong affiliations, and they don't want to cut it off. They don't want to let it go, because they don't have enough faith to believe that they can exceed or succeed beyond that. So they continue to be in these relationships that God clearly tell you to let go and cut off. You still hanging in there. I'm doing this for the people. Or you feel that, you know what I'm saying, you can't do no better. But but God has been telling you and speaking to you to let go of some things. This is what holding you back, because God will warn you, you know what I'm saying, or, this is the thing that, okay, got you where you are, but you afraid to let go of the situation. You know what I'm saying? That can be some of the things too. That could be a holdback. So y'all, I just want to come on and say, that it's the signs are there. You just got to just adhere to it. A lot of these things that we're experiencing now, that the enemy and the things going on in the world, a lot of this stuff is in Revelations in the Bible. It's telling you some of the things that we're seeing. A lot of you got a lot of false prophets out here. They'll appear one way, but they're not who they are behind closed doors. They're telling you to do this and that, and it's false prophecy. And then and you have to have that spirit of discernment to know that, okay, this ain't real, because you being led. You know what I'm saying? The Bible talks about that. You will have a lot of false prophets. You will have a lot of wolf in sheep clothing. They're perpetrating to be something, to be the woman or man of God, but they're not. So we just got to just be careful. You got to be, and you really got to be what's the word? You have to use like discernment and have an understanding on these things too. You know what I'm saying? You have to. A lot of things, when you look back, a lot of things could be generational curses. You have to go back and look at some things that you're gonna have to bind. You have to call that out so it won't keep perpetuating in your bloodline, your family. It's a lot of stuff, y'all. It's a lot of things that we just got to be privy and aware of when it comes down to the spiritual realm and the spiritual world. It's real. It's real. And with me, when I'll tell you this, like whenever something bad is about to happen, or before I get bad news about something, I already not dream about it. I already not see it. You know what I'm saying? I get some type of sign. I start feeling weird, and then whenever it happens, whenever the thing manifests, I say, you know what? I had a dream about that. I already had seen it. Like I already had a premonition of what was going to happen. I don't have it. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? Like it don't happen. ABCD, but it'll be somewhere close around it. Like it'll be the opposite. Like if I'm dreaming, I think about the person will be plain and clear to me in my dream, but when it actually happened, it's someone close to them, or it'll be something kind of connected or tied in with that person. That's how it is. It don't be exact, but it be close to it. But it's like somewhere, around the ballpark of it, and I see things. I already not see it before it happens, and that's a gift, So yeah, y'all, it's real, and a lot of things that's been going on, like in the world, like a lot of unjust stuff, a lot of things, God not pleased with, it's unfolding too. A lot of people are not receiving like what they're supposed to be receiving. You know what I'm saying? And the enemy trying to keep them from seeing it. So he'll throw a distraction. He'll have you mad about something else, where really that's the issue. Just to keep you from getting to your wealthy place and promised land, and to keep you from getting your blessings. So we got to be, we got to be, vigilant when it comes down to that. So yeah, y'all, in order to thrive, we got to really understand what's really going on. How is our life tied in with our spiritual man? How is it tied in? We got that's how you really gonna thrive. If you have some stuff going on with you, some doors that needs to be closed, and some stuff that that you're doing that you need to refrain from and repent from, if you're still doing these things, that can be a blessing blocker, and it can be a hindrance from you getting to your wealthy place and getting to the next level. And it goes back to the people in the wilderness. The people they're supposed to be there for only a certain amount of days, but they turned those days into a year. And a lot of them died in the wilderness. A lot of them did not get to see the promised land. And it's the same with us modern day. So yeah, I want y'all to ponder on that. When you think about things in your natural life, that why I'm not advancing, why I'm not receiving this, or why is this thing is always happening. I'm always going, I'll go 2 steps to get knocked 2 steps back. You know what I'm saying? And it's always the same thing, but it's coming up in like in a different color, but it's the same thing. Y'all might need to check that. So yeah, happy Thriving Thursday. Hope this message has been helpful. Y'all, for more of these lifestyle tips, and y'all visit my blog, aprilblog.online. Y'all be blessed. Have a happy, thankful, thriving Thursday, y'all.